as you look at this Jaguar team, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And Montgomery going to pick up a Bears first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. They'll set up a throw. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They need 2. Here's third down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Watson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good edge steam going.
He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around at 42.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Watson. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping that one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
On second down, here's Watson. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. 3 catches for him now in this first quarter of the Super Bowl. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. Again, it's Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll drop to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Kyle Pitts from 19 yards away. And the Jaguars are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. This take it in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Well, second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was waving his arms around the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to it?
Yeah, it's really not.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick 6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
Gano now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. That one's complete out to Michael Mayer. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now a 2nd and 2. In motion goes Patrick. On second down, Montgomery. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Montgomery on the counter. And they'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over-pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. First and 10. Here's Watson. And a dangerous throw there. Incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Gibbs will try and pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Bears take over. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And his throw here is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. 2 yards still to go. Third down now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Montgomery running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. Second quarter coming your way next. Plenty of scoring here already. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. They're going to look to throw. Being chased out left. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Well, he's able to break out a one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now execute.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. And you don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Watson's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Throwing again is Watson. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Well, they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 2 jump plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Gibbs will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this 1st half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Extra point try good by Gano, and it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the 1st half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Micah Parsons. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the option, here's Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw here. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he will have the Bears first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. On first down, he'll drop to throw. A short throw, that's hauled in by Mayer. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Myles Garrett. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
After incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive and that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. It's Williams on the catch. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21. Now it's Watson. Touchdown! Elijah Moore from 21 yards away. And the Jaguars continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you've already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
2nd and 9 now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. Deshaun Watson and the offense back onto the field. He already with a couple of touchdown throws in this first half as his guys start 1st and 10. Watson. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. 2nd down and 8.
At the 30-yard line.
To throw is Watson. Wow, that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their...
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half. Because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already. We just watched a strong first half from quarterback Deshaun Watson. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the 4th quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
In motion left goes Watson. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Counter play, here's Gibbs. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. From the 43, here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Watson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
From the red zone now, Watson. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 15. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Now they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
At the 14-yard line.
He'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game. Now we're going to get a stoppage. There appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Out of the gun now on third down. That is caught. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now a give running right is Montgomery. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Jags are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let
me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Watson's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 32-yard line.
Now Watson. His throw incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21. 12 yards on third down as the drive rolls on.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Watson's throw into the hands of Pitts here, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Jaguars first down. First and goal.
Watson now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jameson Williams, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jags are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes this 35-0 now. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Micah Parsons, his second sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Open man, that's Patrick. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. A huge play there for Chicago. 41 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Patrick. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Back to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far. Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Jameson Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team. Because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Faking the give. Now Watson. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Here's Watson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Kenny Clark in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field.
But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Running left, Montgomery.
And Montgomery going to pick up a Bears first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
A read option. Here's Montgomery. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Holding. Offense.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th.
Now this one complete on the slant route, and he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. Here we go on 2nd and 12.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Derek Stingley picks it.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He's going to look deep for more.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 10. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, right now, it's clearly the defenses that are stealing the spotlight in the biggest stage of sports. That's only the 4th time ever, Charles, that we have seen teams trade interceptions on back-to-back drives in Super Bowl history.
Something so rare, yet special that we're watching, because typically the teams we see playing here on Super Bowl Sunday, they're the ones that know how to limit turnovers. Just goes to show how talented both of these defenses are, that they're still coming through and forcing miscues with a Lombardi trophy on the line.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back to throw now on 1st down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
At the 15-yard line.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Watson.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And the Bears, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Short throw, and that's held in by Mayer.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Back to throw again. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Patrick. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
David Montgomery,
An 18-yard touchdown run.
and the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Yeah, they would have been happy with a first down, but this is even better. Once he's past the marker, it's cream cheese from there, and he bumps it to the outside, and it's just going to run away from defenders on his way toward the pylon.
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they put in a lot of backups to do it, and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to give them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
Watson's throw brought in by Watson.
7 yards there and a first down.
7-yard gain. That's good for our Jaguars. First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And hard running is going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
47 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Another run for Gibbs here.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
And off down to Gibbs.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Watson.
Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, partner, nothing but praise for me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
And the Jaguars have done it. Jacksonville, the Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.